Hi guys, I've deployed our little to-do list app at Heroku. Okay, and I did have to add a bit of information on how to use this in particular because when I first shown this to my friends and they started just to do it like so, like if say you have a new couple of new elements, they just did press this edit button and they say, oh my god, where the text has gone, and it took really a long time to explain them how particular it works, and you first should have actually type something and then press the edit button, and in this case it actually be just kind of fine. And okay, so as you can see, everything is working, and now it's not working on my local machine, but instead it is on Heroku, and also the database is now lives at MongoDB Atlas, as this is the cloud service for the Mongo database. So you can create your own free account here in order to have actually your database active anytime. And now, well, actually I thought that it's actually not that easy to deploy your application. It basically took me a couple of hours to check it out how to do the things, but after I've done, I can say that actually it's quite pretty easy. Well, it's basically the first very app I've ever deployed in my life, so well, it's really exciting. Okay, so now let me just so you can see the application is actually working, and now let me just try to explain what I did in order to deploy this, just to emphasize the very gist. So you can actually go to Heroku yourself and create an app, and then actually to read all those guides on how to deploy. There are many numerous ways like available, but that's not the point. That's actually kind of not the most you know, like not the most difficult part. But what is really worth mentioning is the next one. So the first thing to mention is actually that Heroku uses the Git versioning control system, and that's quite convenient. So I've created a separate Git repository that is called CMK to do, and this also probably serves as the name for your domain, like your domain name. And here in this repository, well, yes, I definitely added some changes into index.html in order to display all that user help like this. It's not the greatest type of way to do this, but I just wanted to bring the information to everybody like this, so it's not really the point here. But what is really important is actually if we go to our API tasks, well, so what has changed here? And is it here? No, it's not in the tasks. I'm sorry, guys. It's probably in the roots. Okay, let's go to the roots. rotor.js. Yeah, it's over here. So when we created this Mongo database hook, so now we're using the URI to the cloud service that is actually located in the MongoDB cloud cloud service. Yeah. So here we have to use the username and the password. Well, it's really insecure, like you showing your username and password to all over the YouTube, so someone could hack you. But I don't really think that somebody's going to destroy this little to-do list application, or at least I hope so. Well, so there's probably a much more secure way of doing things, like maybe you would be asked to provide your password or something else, but it's not really to the point now, so you don't really have to show this to everybody. Well, so it's not about the security, it's just about how to kind of make it work, make the things work. And this particular link is actually taken from their cloud service. So here, if I go to the cluster that I've created here, so I call this the to-do list, and if I go to the security panel here, then okay, yeah, so one thing to mention here is the whitelist. So I had added this includes all the current IP addresses, not only my local one, yeah, but also all the IP addresses available. So like if you don't do this, that Heroku app won't actually access to your database, and that's quite a pain. So maybe not the most of a brilliant way of doing things, but actually that's the solution I come with for now. And I just wanted to show you another little thing. Where is it? Okay, collections. Maybe over here. Is it collections? So it's kind of live. Yeah, these are basically the tasks collections here. So you can see your collection and what is inside here. So this is the JSON format here. So just like we see in the API mode when we were building this app, so it's actually stored over here. So that's about the cloud service of MongoDB. And I want to emphasize again that this is just for free. And please note that MongoDB doesn't pay me for for me to talk about this. It's just my own initiative, basically. So I have no money from MongoDB. Yeah, I don't. I swear, guys. Okay, and also, well, not the most ever in the world kind of secure thing, but just as far as this is the tutorial series and it's just for the educational usage and just for clarity, and just to understand how the things are going on, so we can actually go to api.tasks and get the raw JSON data from our cloud service, just exactly like we did when I was in the stage of building this particular app and running the Mongo server on my own machine. So that's basically how it works. So okay, guys, this is it for this series, and this is our really the very first RESTful web application. So like it might have seemed like too primitive and nothing really much to talk about here, and the styles are just awful and so on. But the tricky thing here, that the most kind of complicated part is not how it looks, but how it works from within. And as far as you would be able to connect all of these parts, so establish the Mongo server in their cloud service, and then deploy your application to Heroku. And just okay, I just forgot one more thing apparently. So not only so this is the link to the database, but somewhere else. Or is it just enough? There just was some bunch of code that just was, I don't remember. Well, probably this is just enough. Well, okay, in any case, I'll just put the link in the link below the video in the description. There would be a link to this particular code, so the version for deployment. So you can see for all of the changes basically yourself, but as I already said, the main changes are available here in roads.js file. So yeah, it's probably only the URI has changed, is it? I don't remember. Okay, probably it is. Yeah, probably it is. So it's probably the easiest way of doing things. Okay. And also, when you have once deployed your application to Heroku, then you can do it again and again very simply, by simply typing git push Heroku master, and this will push your master branch to Heroku to your repository after everything has been initialized actually. So that's quite easy, and Heroku would build your app and would install all the dependencies and do all the necessary stuff, compressor files, and finally launch. So he installs the server automatically, connects to the database. He does all this stuff like kind of himself, and the only thing would leave for you is just to check the link, and you can check the link for your app in your app's kind of repositories. It is a repository, but I don't know. So resources, probably the code is over here. I don't know. Deploy. Didn't really get to this yet. Well, in any case, you are just about to create a new app, and in your app you have this open app link, and this link would actually open a new instance of the particular app. So that's like kind of it. Okay guys, if you have any questions on how to build this application, or if something has gone wrong, or if you can't deploy this to Heroku, having some troubles with Mongo Cloud Atlas or something like that, then please feel free to write about this in the commentaries below this video. And also, if you have any feedbacks, that you can leave them either in the commentaries below the video or in this particular to-do list app. So you just can kind of add a new one. Well, not like this, just like just try to write something. Okay, like have a good day, have a nice day. Yeah, and I just add. So I would be actually able to read all your feedbacks over here, and I would really appreciate if you leave me some. So until next time, basically, and take care.